If you go to the total last one,
With the plus sign?
it doesn't matter. The last one, whatever the last one is, you can click
Uh-huh.
on that.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this has
and
the
go right at
mute,
the top.
camera flip, edit description, blast, settings,
Go
challenges,
on
items, settings.
settings. Yeah.
Um, gift audio. There, I take that off, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, there we go. We're in business. Thank you.
Okay. So the show's going to start in another 2 minutes. Yes, we just started a little bit earlier because we need to set it up first.
Yes. So don't start recording yet, Emoji Day.
Yeah. So,
I
okay, I'm
appreciate
going to
you.
go back down. I'm going to
Yeah.
go back down.
Ooh, you look beautiful, as always. Ooh la la. Sparkies, you're using a different account. Yeah? Hmm. Everything okay? I hope everything's okay. Oh, who's this?
Well, there.
Hi. We're gonna start in 1 minute. Yeah. Hi, Grandma. Good to see
Yeah.
you. You look
So,
lovely.
you're ready?
Thank you so much. Yeah. And hearts. That's Foxy's grandmother. Yeah. Oh my God. Butterflies in me tummy. I did. I did the blast like 10 minutes ago. Ready to start? Okay. It's 7 o'clock. Okay, we'll start now then. Hello and welcome to Share Your Memory with Hobbitses. I'm Hobbitses, and today we'll be doing a show about memories and sharing your memories. So just want to thank everyone for joining me today. And please, during the show, it's going to be recorded, so I wouldn't be able to respond to messages. But please, you're welcome to comment and contribute to our little walk down memory lane. If you would like to be a guest on the show, please contact my admin, Good Listener, and myself, Hobbitses. My IG information is on my profile. Good Listener right there. And everyone who has gifted me, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I wanted to have a show where it's interactive and we can engage in conversation, exchange ideas and experiences. And this is the entire concept of this show, where we can, have some time together for an hour and really dive into how memories have contributed to our lives, shaped us, changed us, guided us, helped us learn different through our different experiences, right? So we all have experiences, we all have memories, and it's in various stages and events in our lives, and it's basically etched into our book of life, into our history. It becomes our life journey, and of course, it is an integral part of our lives. And, you know, everyone has memories, some positive, some negative, but it teaches us to persevere and mold us and shape us. And we're able to not just keep it and hoard it to ourselves, but share it with others, right? So they can learn. So, with memories, it gives us time to recollect um, vivid details about our lives. And, you know, when we're living our lives, we have our curiosities, We have our experiences, but it's always nice. We all experience that moment of nostalgia, and we can always draw and reflect on them and share them, right? Share our memories. So, taking time to reflect on past experiences definitely contributes and shapes our identity in so many ways, right? Thank you, everyone, for the gifts. I appreciate that. So, on this show, we're gonna explore the role that memories play in our lives, even in terms of our like cultural significance, right? And how it contributes to our memory, right? In recounting, for instance, where we came from, you know, our culture in terms of food, especially, right? Like grandma's cooking or mom's cooking, or you sitting with your parents and, you know, having your very first meal where you're with them and preparing this. I mean, these are all memories that some people share. So it's nice to be able to reflect on that, right? Um, so definitely bonds us. It holds us together in unity, hopefully. And, you know, we're all in that position, I think, where we want to create new positive memories and share them, right? So, you know, in terms of communication, even on this application, we're on an app together and we have memories, we have experiences where we can even share this. It's very, very important as well. So that's pretty much the concept and mission of my show, just so that we can, you know, talk about something constructive. And that's you. That's your own personal, intimate experience of a memory, right? So we want to make it fun, definitely positive. We want to laugh and enjoy stories that we have, right? So thank you so much for joining me. My name is Hobbitses. I'm doing a show. It's called Share Your Memories. And I have two wonderful guests, good listener, and Foxy. So they're going to be sharing their memories with us. And you're welcome in the comments to you know, if you can relate, do contribute and share yours as well. So good listener, can you, Foxy actually, Foxy, can you please request the box? Foxy has her grandmother with her. So we've got like a little generational um, contribution here of memories.
Yep. Hi there.
Hi. Hello, Grandma. Good to see you.
Let's get you close enough.
Should I make this bigger? Should I make the box bigger?
No,
No, it's
They
okay.
don't need to see
Good
that
listener.
much. I'm old. My daughter keeps telling me.
Oh, really?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, hell, good listener. Wow,
Hello there.
my lovely ladies. Can you please introduce yourselves and tell us about yourselves?
So I'm Foxy Nation.
Mhm.
Your top badge as of December last year. And this is my
Congratulations.
grandmother, Miss Martha.
Uh-huh. Martha.
Foxy, show us your face.
Hi.
Hi.
No,
There
we
you
can't
go.
see your face, Foxy.
Yeah.
There, back it up.
That's- you can move.
There. I don't know how much closer I can get.
I don't know either.
Sit on her lap, like old times.
Here, I'll move over. There.
You know, in terms of good listener as well.
Hi, I'm good listener. I'm with Hobbitses today. I'm sharing my memories with you guys. I hope you find my memories interesting. I know everyone's going to be screen recording my memories. So it'll be quite fun. I'm so excited because this show is up and like we're getting it, trying to get this show featured. So everyone that's joined the stream, thank you for joining the stream and thank you for supporting us, the Hobbiters, for this show. So Let's get it rolling.
Let's get it rolling. So, Grandma's going to share some memories related to her fashion trends and wait, uh, 1 second, sorry. Um, Technology in
Okay.
terms of fashion, right? Yeah.
Yeah, grow.
Okay. I'm to talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My fashion trends have always been extremely, um, I, nothing, I would never go out in anything that somebody would say, can't go out in that. I, um, number one, I was a fat little girl and I was a fat little growing up. Uh, and so I would not wear the newest um, trends in clothing.
Hmm.
And I grew up. I was born in during the World War, Second World War.
Wow. Wow.
So uh, it was still going on when I was a baby, and
Hmm.
my aunt who was raising me was all into the fluffy little girl stuff and all of the little hand done things of dresses of the babies and things like that. So I grew up in a very narrow um, fashion thing.
Wow.
They
Hmm.
she they came from Oklahoma,
Hmm.
and I was born out here. However, I'm a California girl, but I never ever was able to be a California girl because I was fat.
Oh, you were just healthy.
That's what
Healthy.
she always told me. Oh, you're just healthy. But so as from that point, I was very conservative, and when I got up to junior high and high school, I was very conservative with what I wore because I didn't want
Hmm.
anybody to see my fat chingo.
Did you used to buy your clothing? Would you buy your clothing or would you make it?
Well, we made mostly until I got into high school. Most of it was handmade.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
wow. And who taught you how to sew?
Oh yeah, I could do it all.
Oh wow.
My aunt who raised me, her name was Nora.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
and uh, she she could make anything. Just lay it out there, and she cut and sew it up, and you had a dress.
Wow, that's talent.
You did that a lot with sheets that they would buy, and they could make two or
Oh,
three dresses out of them. That was her background because they had lived on a ranch in Oklahoma
yeah.
and in the Indian country.
Hmm.
So they had you made everything. You didn't go to the store and buy it, or you got it out of Sears Roebuck's
Oh, wow.
catalog. No longer exists.
Quite different than today, right?
Oh well, it's out of business now, but it was all through my lifetime. It had been
Hmm.
Sears catalog, you know.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
So,
and you when you live in isolated areas, which
hmm,
doesn't have a place across the street like I do now, that I
hmm,
could go and buy a dress or something like that. You had to make them, and
mm,
or you had to order them from the catalog and wait 2 weeks to get
right,
them.
right,
50 miles to the nearest paved road.
Yeah.
right. So, do you still
Oh,
sew? Do you still sew? And when you do you get that sense, that feeling of like nostalgia,
oh,
that
yeah.
of
No,
going back
I'm
into that
not
moment in
sewing as
time?
much anymore, but
Yeah.
I did all through their lifetime. I made them dresses all the time, and dolls and things like that
Yeah.
that we make dresses for, and I still got those. I
That's amazing.
have a whole catalog of dresses that we made while they were growing up, and I go back and look at it. It's fun, but they were the real fluffy little things.
Oh, I wish I had one of those. I love that.
You know, big fluffy hand.
I'm
That's
guessing
neat.
that you made Foxy's clothing for her.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
So did it carry on generations?
What? The big bow in the back.
Oh wow, I want to see her in that now.
Socks and shoes, you know.
Oh,
With
that's
little around the
adorable.
Yeah, but I wanted to play in the mud and climb trees.
Yes.
And I didn't want to wear dresses.
Oh my. You know, garments in general, they can serve as this.
She put her in jeans and stuff, and
Oh,
I put her in dresses.
aw, that's adorable. Thank you
I
for
was
sharing
the
that.
other way round. I was totally the other way round. Like when as I was growing up, as soon as I hit like the teenage years, I went into wearing black a lot. You know? And there was a stage of me in my teens. Out came the black lipstick.
Ooh.
Out came the black nail varnish with the long. Out came the tight tops and the pure knit look. And my family were like this. That was totally like completely flabbergasted. Like, what's she doing? But then I came out of that stage. I did come out of that stage, and I'm glad I did, because as I realized and went into work and all of that, I realized it's not because in England we're not allowed to have certain places that I was working. They were very productive on what they wear. They were particular.
Yeah.
Like a dress code.
Yeah. The dress code was to the no piercings, no tattoos, visible. That's how strict it was. It was very high end. So yeah, because it was like very top notch. So I was like, okay, and it changed my mannerism as well, how I presented myself. I learned a lot from that. So fashion for me was from goth to turning into a lady.
Oh,
And
which you remained.
I'm learning and to respect that, because sometimes the clothes that we wear is actually a reflection on how we are treated. And whether we like it or not, that's how the world sees it. That's how people look at it, because it's your identity as well, and how you're going to put your inner soul out. So that's the fashion side for me. Have you got any other?
Well,
yeah, I remember coming home with a tongue ring.
Yeah.
You remember that day I came home with a tongue ring? I was trying to eat ice to get the swelling to go down. She said something to me, and then she saw it like glimmer in the light, and she grabbed my tongue out of my mouth.
Oh my.
What is that?
It's all coming out. It's all coming out today.
Memories.
All of these memories are coming out.
But now we can laugh at it, right? I'm pretty sure at the moment she may not be laughing. No, definitely not.
I was in big trouble.
But did you ladies ever like alter your clothing to kind of like express your individuality, like taper things in, or
Yes.
rip it apart and like redo it?
Yeah. I've torn up a lot of sewing stitches.
I went through the ripped jeans. The ripped jean look. I even went through that you get your jeans and just cut them up and just yeah. I went through that look. But there was something you mentioned about culture.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if I should say it here, or should I?
Oh, do tell us.
Go ahead.
So it's like, oh, what actually happened to me? My parents, like my mom's come from Africa and my dad's come from India. And when they came to this country, they just went into work, work, work. Yeah. Workaholic. So I was raised like Foxy, like with my grandma.
Yeah.
And my grandma much raised me. So what actually happened? She was not aware what was the brands out there. So when I got to my teenage, even my mum was not aware. They brought me this bunny outfit, like a t-shirt, which was like a tank, but it was a Playboy bunny.
Oh
Yeah, they didn't know what it was, so I was loving it because they were not aware. And I was just like, yeah, I'm a cool child. I'm an adult. You know, but I wasn't doing anything. But you know what? My parents don't mind. I'm with the cool family. And when I think my uncle told my mum what she brought to me, it went in the bin. It went in the bin. It went in the bin. So that's something that something I've never shared on the platform, but
that is hilarious. That is so
sometimes
funny.
you know, culture barriers. It's not even a culture barrier. It's not knowing, yeah, like because they've traveled and they're not knowing what's happening in the Western life.
This is a cute little bunny for our little honey. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
Because I didn't know what a Playboy bunny was until I was quite older. Because I never looked at that type of information. You know, I didn't.
It was just a T-shirt. I just had a T-shirt with the logo, and yeah, it didn't say that. Anyway.
I gotta do a plug. So
Okay.
thank you for joining Share Your Memories with Hobbitses and my lovely friends. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be hosting the show. If you would like to be a part of the show, please contact my admin, good listener, and myself. My IG is on my profile there. And I just want to thank everyone who's been here, who's here with us now, and gifters as well. I do appreciate it. I hope that you are enjoying the show right now, right? Very good. Foxy, you're going to say something. Well, you know, like technology also plays a role in our memory, right? Things that we may have used when we were young. You know, it's always advancing, right? But even in terms of how we wash our clothes, Grandma, you have a memory to share about that, right? When you were, yeah, especially during your time.
I came, you know, they came from a very strict area in Oklahoma, so they didn't have, it was way out and away from any place you could go and buy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing they had was the Sears catalog. Okay.
Oh, right. How did you wash your clothes, though?
Well,
you didn't have washing machines, right?
So what they had was a big galvanized bin, which was probably like this, okay, and the scrubber, the
washboard,
and a piece of I can't think of what
soap.
Was it a soap bar?
Soap bar.
Lye soap.
Oh yes.
Yes. And it would just do awful things to your hands. But you wash them on that board and you scrub them like this, and your hands when you were done were awful. But they were clean. Then you had to rinse them. You had to wring them out, rinse them, wring them out, hang them on the line, right? And then when you got them off the line, what do you think you had to do? You had to iron. remember the graduating of the washing machine.
Right. Do you remember your first time actually using this?
And it started out as just a round thing with this thing set on it that you did like this, would killed your arm. And
Wow.
put your things in there, and you had to watch out that you didn't get your fingers stuck.
Oh, wow.
And then it went to electric, see, because you had to make the machine go by yourself.
Yeah.
You to keep the thing spinning, you had to do this to keep it spinning, and to wring them out, you had to do this to keep them, going.
That's a lot of work. That's labor. That's labor in itself, right?
Huh?
That's labor in itself, having to labor to wash clothes.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yes.
Especially if, you've got active children and they're constantly getting their clothes dirty.
Electricity, electricity. That wonderful thing that would
Right?
go by itself. And you didn't have to clean the lights. That you had to, trim their,
Right.
wash the things, fill it with oil. And you had to do that every morning because they were black inside.
Oh, wow. That's
Oh,
quite
wow.
different, right?
See, I can remember that far back, and having lived like that, because I remember going back to the homestead with her one summer. That was an eye opener to me.
Absolutely.
So you had to do that all year round,
Right.
Even when it was cold, you would be like putting your hands and using your hands to clean everyone's wash clothes. I remember my grandma. She used to wear saris, so she had this thing like. Since I remember, she always used to wash her saris by hand. She refused to use the washing machine or the wash drum. So it will be by hand. And she will have the same board and she will get the bar of soap and wring it. And she'll tell me to help her to do that. And I go, why don't you just bung it in the washing machine? Oh, no, that's going to ruin the saris. If one thread goes, that's my sari getting ruined. But it's like how generations have changed, like in the family. Like then my uncle got so annoyed that he went out and he bought this spinning drum. He goes, okay, this is not, after you've washed it, we could spin it. Yeah, so it's not going in the washing machine. So it just spins the water out of there. And that made life a little bit easier for her, but she would refuse to put it in the washing machine. Me, on my other hand, I would just, washing machine, a lot easier, just bung everything in the washing machine. But of a delicate, now we've got a delicate cycle. Before there was not that of a delicate cycle. So when it came to delicates, you were washing it by hand.
Like with the advancement of technology, do you guys think that memories would become less important or more important because you're taking that time to do something and you may have some company doing it back in the past. Today you just put it in, and so in terms of building memories,
everything is now self-contained. I find, whereas before it was like everyone was getting involved. When you knew if it was a wash day, the whole family will know. Get the clothes out, your socks, everything. Today is a wash day, and people just separate and help out. Now it's down to the person. You ain't done the washing. You should have done the washing. You should have bunged it in the oven, in the cycle. So it's all you have to do now is to separate the whites and the darks and the lights. Back in that time, it was not the case. So Yeah, I've heard in Victorian times they used to use the old dirty bath water.
Yeah, they did.
Different time altogether, right?
Yeah.
So we're definitely privileged in so many ways. Sometimes we take it for granted. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining my show. Share your memories with Hobbitses. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to be a guest or a part of the show, please contact my admin, Good Listener, or myself, Hobbitses. And please favorite each other, favorite my wonderful guests. Don't forget myself. And each other. Woohoo!
Did you just do that sound with your nose?
Yes.
So I realize each time she does that sound, I have to stay quiet. So I'm just zipping it. So that's our cue to be quiet.
Now we're going to move along to music and entertainment. Ooh, what memories do you have of music and entertainment?
Well, I have memories of the 25-cent show, movie show. On Saturday mornings, they'd send you off to the cinema. 25 cents, and you could stay there all day. They never made you leave.
Unlimited watch.
You could sit there and you could watch the same thing over and over and over.
Good times.
Well, I know I was quite small because my brother was the one that took me to the shows.
Oh,
and he's
sweet.
3 years older.
So you would listen to the music there.
Yeah.
So you
now we have this, and it's the Lone Ranger, the Masked Man, all those things. I remember them.
Right, and now we have streaming.
Yeah, and now we have
entertainment with all the bloopers.
With all the bloopers, yeah.
Sharing food is it kind of solidifies a great sense of community, right? What experiences or what memories do you have of food and sharing food?
Thanksgiving. There's also
Christmas and Thanksgiving. Those were the big days of celebration.
There's 3 days of cooking.
Yeah, 3 days of cooking.
Oh yeah, I know about that. Now that my mom is getting older, I'm the helper. Yeah.
That's right.
And I was always in the kitchen on a stool because I only came up to like right here at the counter at all times.
Yeah. It's really neat now that when she talks about this, the things that she learned sitting there at the table or at the counter and listening to us talk.
Oh yes, I remember doing that. Still do.
Because you never know when they're going to pick that memory up and spit it out somewhere.
But are you late?
Yeah, I think the sharing the food for myself was family all getting together, and we all had every family member. I come from a big family, so they had a task of helping one another out. So one will cook this food, one will cook that, and we'll join it together. Or we go into someone's house, and the ladies will be in the kitchen, most of us, and out comes all of these dishes. And there's so much, because there was food has a bond with family, and when it's shared together in a household, I think it brings the family together.
Yes,
so
it represents unity, right?
Unity. So the memory that I have with food in the household that I come from is a sense of bond. It's a structure that it brings to myself, and it's something that I want to pass down. I want to keep on sharing, because these traditional recipes that we have,
Hmm.
it is better than the cookbook.
Of course.
Or, and it and it's a feeling of home, because the food that I like my mum will cook, because she's from it's uh I can't it's a fusion mix, because we have,
Oh.
yeah, because we have cassava and all of that, because the African side.
Oh, right, right, right.
Yeah. And when we bring it together, it's a fusion mix of foods
Yeah.
together. So that's my home for me.
Oh,
Well,
Uh,
lovely.
that's basically ours too, because when everybody comes now, they bring their own dish that they like, hopefully, and it's it's always a little bit different than what you made back in the day,
Hmm.
but it's always really good.
Oh, so
And
good.
you know, and they'll try to reenact what she did when she was little and looking over the thing.
Hmm.
She what she gathered from that, sitting at the table or sitting at the bar edge and looking over and watching what you're doing. It's really important that you
because
Yeah.
we never wrote these things down. We never
No.
wrote it down.
All
It was
based on
just
taste.
passed on.
Yeah.
It was just passed on from generation to generation.
know
Like,
what. Yeah.
yeah.
Now that we have all this new stuff, I have been writing up in the last few years a cookbook,
Hmm.
and
Oh,
on the
wow.
computer, and every time somebody would call me for something, I'd say, "I'll send it to you."
So that was our Christmas present one year. She made all of us
Oh,
book
that's
from
beautiful.
That's
and
beautiful.
It
and said
is.
I would have loved to have that of my grandma.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I did is I put in a grocery list, and I
Hmm.
told them how to make perfect meringue, and stuff like that, and as little hints as we went along, and the timing, what you do
Uh-huh.
with your stuff, in order that it all comes together
Right.
at one time.
That's beautiful. And I'm pretty sure like when you're cooking it and you're trying it, you go back in time, right? You have those moments
Yeah,
again of
Oh,
nostalgia and these memories, right? Someone's popular here. Are you ladies adventurous with food, or was there a moment where you tried something new and a memory that you'd like to share with that?
Yeah, I do good. I still will do new recipes and
Yeah.
try new things. Problem is though that I don't have much of a stomach.
Oh.
I'm not. I can only get a bite or two of them, and then I have to get the rest of them.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining my show. Share your memories with Hobbitses. Ooh. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please favorite my lovely guest, Foxy and good listener. And if you wish to be a part of the show and share your memories, you can feel free to contact Good Listener or me. And thank you so much for being here. And all gifts are very much appreciated. Please favorite each other as well. What about dates? And I'm not talking calendar dates, okay? This is, we want to get up in your business regarding, butterflies in your stomach.
Yeah, I don't think I can remember that far back.
That was just yesterday.
You didn't do that.
So what was your
Like the first time you ever got asked out by a guy or by a person
The
of
feeling.
interest. Yeah, by someone.
were you ever asked out? Did you ever get those butterflies?
No.
She was just sending out butterflies.
The reason is the ones that asked me out were the ones I played music with. Okay.
Oh.
And it was always, come with me, we're going to go play this, and then we can have some food. It was not quite romantic enough.
Aww. So you had high standards then.
The fun was that you got to go and you got to play with a group of people, learn, find out new people, you know, and new contacts, and get asked out for. That was good, but no butterflies.
She was very reserved.
I was very reserved. There's a
What
story.
about you, GL?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, where should I start? Okay. I don't know. I know when you like someone and someone asks you out, you get butterflies in your stomach. Your hands feel tingly. And I remember someone asking me out, and I really like this person. Yeah, I really, really like this person. But the asking out bit was the most exciting for me. Like, you know, like the way they ask, because I was not in an era that there was a mobile phone. It was a call or a note.
Letters. Ooh.
Or letter, or someone passed a note to you, or we never had I never had a mobile phone at that time. So when I did get asked out and the person asked me out, I remember at night I couldn't sleep. That week I couldn't sleep because I didn't want to seem too keen. So you have to wait.
Right.
You have to be patient. But all that time, I was tossing and turning in bed. My stomach was going in knots. I couldn't eat. But I'm sure we all felt like that at some point. Like if it's if we like someone or anything and they're approaching us, and you get that tingly feeling. You just get a tingle with it. You just feel you just feel the best.
We're getting
like,
married.
Everything's fantastic. But then after I went out on the date, I think I was more excited than the actual person.
Oh my. It's just the whole idea.
It was the whole idea because that crush. But reality was totally different. Because I was like, But the feeling, it's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling. Is it like a, ooh.
I don't even think I had that.
What about you, Foxy?
So for me, I mean, I never really got asked out on dates much. I was the one doing the asking. And first girl I brought home, it was just as awkward. I had braces until I was like 19, 20, almost like 21, 22.
Yeah.
10 years of orthodontia work. My braces got stuck to her shirt. It was somebody that I really, really liked. Yeah. Did she like me after that?
It's like, you're not going anywhere.
I ruined her favorite shirt, and we never went out again after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your braces got stuck in her shirt.
Yes, and ripped it all the way down the side.
So how did your mouth get to the shirt?
Because I'm that height, I'm short. I'm 5'3". She was like 5'5".
That's all right. My best friend was quarter of an inch less than 6 foot. and I was a quarter of an inch under 5. So I was only 4 something, and she was 6 something.
So how tall are you now? About 4'8"?
No, I actually got to 4'11 and 3/4.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, as you get
You're
older,
tall on the inside. That's what I always say. Tall on the
Where do you
inside.
think I get it from? Now you guys know. This is where I get it from.
You're finally taller than someone, Hazel. Yeah.
No,
Have you ever like made a
I
phone
never
call?
got asked out because I was a little fat girl. You know, I was always overweight.
There were a lot of women.
And I didn't live close by any of my fellow people in high school. I lived 2 miles down the road on the other side in what they called, I forget what they called it,
Yeah.
but it was pretty mean. They lived down in Newport Beach. Goat Hill. I used to. That's where we were at. Oh, Goat Hill.
Goat Hill.
And they wouldn't come that far out to ask anybody out or pick anybody up.
Oh.
They just go to Goat Hill.
They wouldn't do anything for love then. I just do a little plug. Thank you everyone for joining.
Plenty of people coming and going in my music.
So you did music. What kind of music did you do?
I studied the violin and the piano.
Oh,
And,
wow.
But I didn't do that until I got into high school. I had taught myself to play the piano out of a hymn book. Okay, never do that to your child. And I had a friend that lived a quarter mile down the road, and she had music lessons. So I would go and sit in the kitchen and listen to her music lesson. I couldn't go in. Took me forever to learn the bass clef. I couldn't see it. But when I went to high school, I started on the violin.
That's amazing.
And that's been my thing from then till now. I have trouble now because I don't have any rotator cuffs. And so I can't hold it. I can't hold this one up. Go up and down. But it's sitting right over there. And I tune it all the time.
Oh, that's beautiful. Foxy, did you learn how to play the violin?
She tried. It was
they all got lessons.
It was a frustrating process. I liked piano for a long time. And then I just kind of stopped. I was put in private voice lessons. But I did voice lessons for how many years?
Ooh, so you sing.
Most of the years.
Wow. I played the violin too for 10 years. And I did some singing back in my youthful days. Don't really do much of that anymore. Yes, the violin is a tricky instrument. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Share your memory with Hobbitses. Memories with Hobbitses.
I even have a picture taken when I was playing on KTLA in the early days of TV.
KTLA 5.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I don't really know what that is. But we'd love to definitely learn more. So thank you everyone for joining my show. Share your memories with Hobbitses and company. The show is on every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you wish to be a guest on the show, please contact my admin, Good Listener, or myself on IG. It's posted in my profile. I think, GL, yours is there as well, right? And please favorite my gifters. Please favorite my guests. Don't forget me and each other. Don't forget each other, right? So this is wonderful. I just love hearing all your memories of some of the topics that we're looking into today. What about moving to a new location? You know, that could be moving to a new location, whether in a new city or town. It's very endearing, right? You may have like feelings of uncertainty or even excitement, right? So,
shall I say quickly? Because I'm
uh-huh.
looking at the time. The moving to the location for me was, I was kind of got, I, I was moved from my grandma's to my parents, my grandma's to my parents quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that gave me my independency really quickly
Mm.
because it made, even though my college that I was going to, where I was studying, was the same place,
Yeah.
I learned to have a group of friends that were from one place and a group of friends from the other place. So I learned how to adapt and say also, not bye, but to say now I'm going with my friends this way because I'm moved from a different area. I'm coming to school from a different area.
Yeah.
It taught me that memory of mine. I thought it was sometimes annoying, but it got me really independent
Mm-hmm.
really quickly. I learned how to adapt and how to speak to new people.
Right. Yes, definitely.
So anyone new came into my life, I knew how to approach them because I was put in that category from a young age.
Right,
So I
right.
learned to adapt and learned to travel because of
Mm-hmm.
that. And it gave me my confidence uh, till I got to, to study, go studying or going further education or work. I was very equipped to learn and adapt
Mm-hmm.
because I
Yes.
knew how to travel. I knew what was going on, and I knew how to uh, put myself forward. So moving around was okay for me. Even that at that time it wasn't. I
Mm-hmm.
could see the benefit it actually gave me.
Yeah, your sense of
Because
self,
in some
right?
places, yeah, because some places around the world, like I see on TV, um, people travel, youths travel by themselves because it gives them a sense of achievement, gives them confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what happened to me. First, I was like, oh, now I'm going. I couldn't wait to move back to my grandma each time. So I was like, grandma, because my parents were working always. So grandma, and there I was. That was home to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that my friend structure, and it made me more popular because I
Mm.
knew more people.
Right, right. Well, you've got that personality. Do you think that that kind of contributed and shaped
Yeah,
you into,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's why I am the way I am now because
Mm-hmm.
it got me. It threw me in the deep end at a young age,
Yeah.
at my youth. So, and it got me to travel, work, and be confident while I was working as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's moving locations. Um, it's a memory itself that gives you the ability to go forward in life later
And
on.
to persist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you to progress in life, because there will be times that I found I learned from there. There will be times that you might have to say goodbye to people, not because you want to say bye and not speak to them. It's that because your your path has changed. You go into you're growing as a
Right.
person.
Yeah.
You're as in job, as in career. You're growing, and 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 that helped me from growing from a level staff to in a management role
Mm-hmm.
very quickly because I was adapting to these roles really quickly,
Right.
and
Yes.
that made uh, so I could be strict when I will have to be strict, but
We
I could
know
be
that.
very calm as well.
Oh, we definitely know that, Gio.
What about yourself, Foxy?
Well, myself,
Did you have experience moving to a new location?
again, I was kind of kicked out of the nest early. My siblings were the one that stayed, and kind of fed and fed and fed. I bought my house, before either of them, and I think she's given me all the tools I need for life.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's good to have that support system, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely. Like for myself, when I moved to where I'm living now, it's in the city, but it's more like it's like a suburb, right? And so when I moved here, it was so weird because I didn't see a single soul for about a month and a half. So I'm just like, Ma, where did we move to? I was telling my mother this. This was like 10 years ago. And I'm just like, there's absolutely no one here. And we just had this like eerie sense. And I could have sworn I saw a tumbleweed, like those country western films. Right? I'm expecting like Clint Eastwood to pop up out of nowhere. And I'm just like, there's absolutely no one. Dead silence. I'm surrounded by a forest. I'm like, are there people living here? I do see cars. And then of course when it got warmer, we saw people because they just basically stay in their homes. They don't go anywhere.
Yeah, the ghost towns when it got warm.
Oh yeah.
But I remember having that moment of anxiety. I'm like, this is a ghost town?
Yeah, it was culture shock when I moved here.
Yeah.
I had grass in my front yard, grass in the backyard. There was like a big tree out front, all throughout my life. And then we moved here, and it's like, well, there's all this brown stuff everywhere. Is that tumbleweeds? Does Snoopy's uncle live here?
Does Snoopy uncle live there?
However, it was different for me because I was born in Long Beach.
Okay.
And as I said, 1937. Now I'll let you know.
Wow.
Before the U.S. got into World War II. And my father, which I know now, was part of the military. So he was in the Navy, okay? So his base was here in Long Beach, right? But he was sent to Fort Irwin and to out in the other places because of he had a certain skill that they needed, and they would send him all over. So we would live in Long Beach for a while, and then we would go and we'd live up here, not too far from Fort Irwin, where we aren't right now. And so I wasn't overwhelmed by the changes because I was used to them.
Wow. Of course, especially your time too, right?
Yeah.
That moment in history.
I can remember the soldiers as they would go in the big
I want to hear more.
transports,
Wow.
and they go by our place and we throw candy to them and stuff like that. So I can remember all that. I can't remember what happened yesterday.
Wow, you're a living piece of history, actually. I mean, it's a privilege that you're here and that you can share it, these stories.
Oh yeah,
these memories with us.
I was there with during the 37 to when they declared war, when Japan
Wow.
became communist and all of that.
Yeah.
And although I was young, you still know that there's something awful going on in the world.
Yeah.
That you may not understand until later what it is, but you've got that feeling, and it was not too good, and it was difficult times for young people.
Of course, because war in itself, especially the two, World War I and II, it's horror, right? And it just basically shocked humanity, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, of course, there's going to have,
I can tell you
effects.
that a lot of the desert. I can tell you a lot about down there too.
Well, we're going to have you on again. And we'd love to hear these stories and historical accounts of that. I think it's important, right? It's educational. Very, very educational. And we're so happy that you're here. We are a real treat.
I have to tell you how I got my college education.
Oh,
Thank you for having us, Hobbits. We
thank you
appreciate
so much,
Yeah.
everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of for being a part of my show.
Connect to new people.
Um, share your memories with Hobbitses, right? It's going to be on every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone has stories, right? We can share them. We can, recollect these moments and have a good laugh, right? And learn from each other, right? Learn, bond, communicate, right? Communication is key, especially positive communication, something constructive, right? Where we can, you know, learn from each other. So please ensure to favorite my guest, Foxy Nation.
Hey, Grandma, thank you right there.
And just about to call you Hobbitses, the GL, good listener. And myself, don't forget me, and each other. Thank you all so much for coming and supporting me. Um, I would like to just read out my top gifters here. Thank you so much, good listener. And uh, if I click that, am I going to exit this? We've got good listener, my number one, Duffman, number two, Foxy, number three, my Sparkles, Keith, Bubses, Bunny, Pencil Pusher, and Emoji J. Everyone else, thank you so much for your support and your gifts. Girls, would you like to tell us about any upcoming events that you have going on your stream?
I currently have no upcoming events as of right now. Good listener?
I have a featured show every Sunday, 6 p.m. It's about international and national days. It's on every Sundays, 6 p.m. And I'll also be coming up here. Also, if anyone's interested in show, please message me. I message Hobbiters about it. And I just want to say thank you for having me in the show
No, thank
and
you.
being a part of it.
Part
I would like to carry on coming to this journey and and see the growth. But thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you both. Three of you, actually, all so much. I really
So
appreciate it.
to exit ourselves out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, Hobbits.
Thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much
you.
for coming. Grandma, thank you so much for sharing your wonderful memories with us. I love learning from our elders. We learn so much. Thank you. We learn so much from our elders, right? Um, they can teach us so many things. Kind of learn their stories. I was always like that, one to sit down with an elder and listen to what all my other friends would be playing and hanging out, but I would just sit at my grandparents' feet and just listen to their stories. It's just wonderful. So that's our show. I hope you all enjoyed it. Memories are important. We're always creating them, right? And exactly. We can learn and share and soak up wisdom from each other, right? Thank you very much for joining. Please, Emoji J, thank you so much for being a part and being here. Please favorite each other. And until next time.